Hey everyone, this is me George. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about constraints and how exactly you can identify them and what exactly they are, like what kind of categories we might be looking into, right? And why they're holding your business back, right? Why they control essentially your business and how to get rid of them. So basically how to audit them, what exactly to look out for. So let's talk about something very simple, right? Your business does not grow because you work harder. It actually grows when you remove. And I want you to understand that removing is very important. Removing something from your business. It can be something that you hate, or maybe something that you felt was working but didn't work. And basically, removing the one thing, slowing everything else down. Most coaches never actually fix that one thing. And that is what actually drives them to work harder in the first place, to basically burn out eventually and quit, right? And they try to grow by adding more work, right? More content, more calls, more funnels, even sometimes even hiring more people, right? Because they have that one constraint or that one thing. And we can talk about the constraints. So basically, I have identified three major ones, which is the traffic, the offer, and the backend. And each one of those can be a broken link, right? And when a link is broken, it means it's not really working, right? It's not working, it's not connected, and it's not pulling what it's supposed to pull. So that's what we are going to call a constraint, a broken link inside of your engine, inside of your system that is running 24/7, right? So yeah, but none of that actually matters, right? If the constraint is still there. In our audits, 9 actually of the 10 coaches are solving the wrong problem because they think that they're solving something else, but they're actually solving a completely different problem. Something that they think is going to solve everything, or like um it's the one problem that will help them, by solving it they will make more money, but that's actually not the case. In again 9 out of 10 coaches, they focus on content but their backend leaks revenue every month, right? So let me give you the truth. Your business only grows as fast as your biggest constraint, right? So why most coaches fail is because they work harder, they add more, they still suck, and imagine what, it just creates this negative feedback loop of constantly trying to find something that is broken, right? And the three constraints are, right? So traffic, which is a fuel, offer, which is a conversion, and backend, which is the compounding, right? This is how you make more money, the lifetime value. It all goes to your backend. And not only like the lifetime value of your customers, but also like the delivery, right? Like your system, your service delivery, and all of that. It goes to the backend, right? Your emails, your even funnels. I would even call it funnels, right? Your systems, but let's just focus on simplicity here. I don't want you to get a lot of ideas in this video. And yeah, let's just call it backend monetization for now. So think of your business like a chain or like a set of chains, working interconnected chains working together to basically give you money, right? Let's just say the effect of all of these chains working together is basically cash flow, positive cash flow, right? The whole chain is only as strong as the weakest link. So if you pull harder, nothing actually changes. But if you fix the weak link by identifying it and actually realizing how to fix it, or you can change it, you can maybe do something right, and the whole system moves faster. So let me show you each one with simple examples. So first of all, we have traffic constraint, right? So this is your traffic, very important. I would say 90% of coaches actually only focus on that, and most of the time it's the weakest link, to be fair with you. So no predictable attention means no scale. One of our clients posted daily, but got random leads, right? We built one simple, and when I mean simple, like just a very generic looking lead magnet that basically spoke directly to his ICP through our messaging, because you don't have to overcomplicate stuff at the end of the day. Simplicity is the best thing ever, right? Focus on simplicity, focus on actually just getting the bare minimum done, right? So basically, the bare minimum is your ICP should understand the messaging of your lead magnet or or just basically your offer in layman's terms, right? It actually needs to have the right awareness level, like basically speaking to the right awareness level of your customer. So like you need to be located at that awareness level that they're ready to actually look into your solution, show some kind of interest, join into your ecosystem, your organic ecosystem or your content ecosystem, or even just directly buy because they're like, again, they have urgency and pain. But most of the time, if you're leaning towards long term, what you should focus on is just finding the right awareness level ICP, and then just slowly nurturing him through your content organic. So basically making him join your organic ecosystem, basically just following you. That's what essentially we need to do. But if you want more faster, you of course can go with higher levels of awareness, right? So basically, people who are problem aware, they're solution aware, and they just need you to kind of look the third eye, right? So basically, C generated over 100 qualified leads in 30 days, which is crazy. It's a lot of leads, especially for high ticket offer, and it was genuinely working better. And what we did, we just focused on simplicity, as I told you. So offer clarity stays. I should actually add some screenshots to be fair with you. So offer clarity constraint, right? So offer is again the second stone of your system, or like the second chain, major chain, right? Vogue offers skill conversions, right? I mean, Vogue everything, right? When people don't understand you, they're not going to even like get into the hustle of finding out what you're talking about. Clarity, just focus on straight clarity. The faster they actually understand your offer, the better. Instant gratification, basically, right? I mean, think of instant noodles, right? So next one is offer constraint, right? So Vogue offers kill your conversions. And when I mean that, I mean like genuinely, like people need to kind of understand your offer instantly. Like just think of instant noodles. People buy them because again they're instant to make, 5 minutes. They know how to make them. It's very easy. Just put water into like a pan or whatever, all right, and just make them there, right? Super easy, super instant gratification, and it just relieves a major pain, which is of course hungriness, right? And hunger. So yeah, I mean, just compare your messaging to instant noodles. I know that's a very weird example to give you, but that's actually what I do, and it works really good, right? So basically, try to remove the vagueness. Try to make it very instant for your audience, right? Your ICP to understand. So just try to simplify your offer into just one sentence. That's it. Just one sentence. And your close rate, and again, all this is statistically proven, right? There's statistics, real numbers, real math behind all of this that I'm saying. It's not just I'm yapping out of thin air. It's not ChatGPT generated. This is actually based on real data that I have. Your close rate is going to be tripled just from that, right? Because people are going to be straight up understanding you, your offer better. And no backend constraint, right? I mean backend constraint, sorry. So basically, backend constraint is that you don't have anything on the backend. And when I mean backend, let's just say increasing the lifetime value of your customers. So a lot of coaches just have upfront, basically selling something for 2,000, customer comes in and leaves, right? That's very bad, first of all, because there's no systems. There's no way for that customer to give you more of his value because he sees you. I mean, he bought something from you. The chances of him buying something again from you versus somebody who never has bought anything from you are, I would say, twice, right? Twice as higher than somebody who has never bought something from you because again, he sort of the value in you, he trusts you, and he can actually buy more from you, right? Even more high ticket stuff, right? Let's just say your front end is going to be 2,000, your back end is going to be 5,000, right? It's like a mastermind. So that means that you basically, and if you don't have those type of systems, right? And the chances are you might not have those type of systems yet. You basically restart from zero every month. That's basically what you're doing, and it just is so much painful. You're constantly in this like scarcity mindset or in this urgency mindset that I just have to do it again and again and again. Either it's paid ads or like organic traffic, right? If it's organic traffic, then you even have more urgency, right? You have to keep posting and keep doing all this stuff, right? To generate those leads and then convert those leads, right? So much hassle. But when you have so a way, like basically think of a road that basically just keeps growing, it just keeps on going, right? Because and the more it goes, basically the more offer it has, the more shops. And the more like, and let's just say the cars on the road are like your clients, right? That buy from you, and they just go on the road, and the more they go, the more they buy from you, right? Because you have more shops, and more shops mean more offers. Again, I give some weird examples genuinely, but it just again so very simple to understand, simplifies you and gives you this visual that you need to kind of have, right? Because a lot of people are visual again learners as well. That's why I kind of make those images for you. So yeah, I mean, so genuinely by just adding two backend offers, and that backend offer can be a low ticket offer or a high ticket offer, right? That's what I mean. As long as it just feels like the next natural step in their journey, it will actually be very relevant and solid and will give you even like 30% in weeks of growing revenue, which is genuinely pretty good, right? But mostly high ticket offers because again, with low ticket offers, you're not really looking to 30%, you're mostly looking at 13 or like 10%. But if it's backend, high ticket offers, then of course 30% in weeks is very achievable, very realistic. And so now why you feel stuck, right? So again, I'm going to say the basic stuff here. You're not lazy, you're not inconsistent, and you're not the problem, right? I just had to get it out of the way. You're just trying to grow while a constraint blocks the path. So again, this is like, again, I'm not very good at drawing. This is you, and this is the road I was talking about. But this time it's about scaling. So basically, the more you like drive it, the more you scale. And so there's a lot of like paths that you can take. Think of it like a shiny object syndrome. So you're trying out different roads. So basically different techniques, but still, because you haven't solved the initial problem, the initial constraint, you still end up here, and you're still trying, and you're still thinking, oh, if I should take this path or like this road, I will kind of, kind of like overpass it or underpass it or just like pass it over it. But no, that's not how it goes. You're going back to that constraint because again, that constraint is going to be down the road again. You're going to meet it again, unfortunately for you. So you don't have to, so there's no way to actually, kind of skip it. You have to go through it, whether by solving it or by, kind of trying to pull it with you. So yeah, this is why your income resets every month. This is why growth feels random for you. This is why you chase clients instead of compounding them, right? Because once you hear this, it just makes so much sense for you, right? You're not failing, right? Your system is, your chains are, your links are cracked, right? And one of them needs to be replaced. So what happens when you fix the right constraint? So everything just gets much more easier in the first place, right? I mean, your content works better, your conversions, they actually rise because again, if you had a problem with conversions, by fixing something, a broken link that was keeping them behind, they're going to rise. Your delivery feels smoother because again, you fix that thing that was keeping you behind. Your revenue starts compounding, and this is the part that nobody teaches, right? Scale is not speed. Scale is removing the friction, right, from your chains. Friction is slow and it's painful, right? Because you need to go, and it just creates tension and pressure, and you need, a well-oiled machine that has no friction in order to succeed. When you have flow, right? Flow is fast and it's clear, right? It's just one direction, straight. You know where to go. You have clarity, and you're going to get there fast. So now let's go to the 5-minute constraint test, right? So the answer actually 3 questions. So one is, do you actually know where your last leads came from? If yes, congratulations. I mean, you don't have a traffic problem. Or if you didn't know, then you need to start, first of all, start tracking where your leads are coming from. Is it paid ads? Is it organic? Is it Instagram DMs, right? Track it. Track everything. It's going to give you so much data. And when you have data, you will be able to understand what exactly you need to double on, what exactly you need fixing, what exactly needs to go away, right? Because it doesn't deliver you any results. Two, can you explain your offer in one sentence? What I told you earlier. Can you and say it in one sentence? Yes or no? If yes, again, like you know what you're doing, right? If no, try to work on it, right? Try to simplify it as much as possible. Three, did any clients renew last month, upsold, upsell, or resold? If yes, I mean, again, you're doing something good, right? Your chain is working. If no, then would you just find a constraint that you need to focus on? Is helping somebody or actually you taking care of your backend. So if you say no to any of those, this is your constraint, right? Very simple, right? Let me just take a sip. And I have personally run this test with a lot of clients, right? Thousands. It takes 5 minutes. I basically do the initial loop for them. They just give me some data I ask them for because again, I need to have some data in order to actually see what exactly is not working in their business. Either way, um, you know, if I don't have the data, my loom is just going to be, pointless, right? Just useless for them because it's not going to actually say something, and it reveals the real issue. So the new belief that I want to install in you in this video is that you leave this video knowing one thing, right? You don't need to do more. You just need to remove that friction, right? You are not inconsistent. You're working against the constraint. Scaling is not about effort. Scaling is about clarity, right? So if you want me to walk you through this constraint test and show you the one thing that is slowing your entire business, coaching business down, DM me the word patch or comment it down below in this video, and I'll make sure to actually, contract you more. I mean, actually comment down below your Instagram username so I can actually DM you on Instagram and we can start from there. And I will show you everything in a clear and simple way. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of the week and catch you in the next one.